Well, hello everybody. What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday evening. How's everybody doing on this fantastic, the first Wednesday of December 2024? It is the first Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Thank you everybody who is here already. I see a lot of people in the chat, some familiar faces, maybe a couple of new faces, and that's awesome because everybody's welcome here. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Jamie. And thank you earlier to New Mexico Saint. He said for the harmonics. So I tried to give you a bunch of extra harmonics in there while I was playing because I saw that pop up. So thank you to New Mexico Saint and Jamie. Guys, the goal is 10 super chats, any amount. And if I get 10 super chats, I will give you a sneak peek of next Monday's all-new guitar review. And it is a brand that I've never done before on the channel. So it will be a very first time for this brand. And in fact, the really cool part is this guitar was sent to me by one of you guys. In fact, the guy that sent it to me, he's in the chat already. I already saw him in there. So anyway, if we make it to 10 super chats, I will show you that guitar and you'll get to see it before Monday. If not, we'll wait till Monday. Anyway, so a few people saying cool shirt. Yeah, you guys notice? I don't know how this happened. I just went to my closet and I grabbed a t-shirt and I put it on and I was like, what the heck? Somehow, I think it was probably last night when I was sleeping, Metal Dude snuck into my closet and he put these Metal Dude decals like on all my t-shirts. It's unbelievable. You just never know what that guy's gonna do. So anyway, so hey guys, as far as the 1 year anniversary goes, it's not my 1 year anniversary of being on YouTube. It is my 1 year anniversary of doing the live streams. If you look back at my very first live stream, it was December 1st of last year. So we're just a few days past the actual 1 year anniversary, but close enough since we're doing them on Wednesdays. So yeah, 1 year of doing these live streams. I can't believe it's been 1 year already. It doesn't seem like it. Boy, time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Yeah, very cool. Randall wants to know, where did I get the money to buy all these guitars? It was probably when I won the lottery about 5 years ago. Yeah, and then I took that lottery money and I bought Google, Microsoft, and a couple other, Apple. Yeah, I bought all those companies, so I'm like a gazillionaire now. Just kidding. That's why you don't see me buying any super expensive guitars, because I am the bald shredder, not the bald millionaire. So anyway. So how many of you guys have been watching since I started last December? I'm just curious if any of you guys have been watching the live streams. Like, were you watching my channel before I started the live streams? And then I started in December. I know some of you were watching before that, and maybe some of you have joined more recently. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, so guys, the super chat, if we can get up to 10, I will show you the guitar that was sent to me by a viewer, a very generous viewer. He bought it and sent it to me. I don't think he even played it. He just he got it. He looked in the box and went, yep, that's the guitar. And then he sent it on to me. So yeah, a lot of people saying they were watching before the live stream. So that's very cool. Thanks, guys. And Eddie Fisher, number 3. Boy, you guys are going to get to that number. You're going to get to that 10 super chats before we know it. And I'll be showing you that guitar. So while we're waiting, guys, hopefully everybody saw my Fesley guitar review from Monday. It was the FLP 900, the one that was like pretty close resemblance to like a Les Paul style guitar. That video is up to like 8,500 views already, so it's doing pretty good. So a lot of people have seen it. What'd you guys think about that guitar? And honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, it's one of the best Fesleys that I've played so far. I'm not really like a Les Paul guy, as you guys know. But that was definitely like very well-made guitar, sounded great. A little on the heavy side for me, you know, those big chunky Les Paul guitars, but can't deny that it was played very well and really didn't have any flaws in it. Okie dokie, guys. So just in honor of that video, I'm going to play you guys the Fesley Jam from Monday's video. So if you already saw it, you're going to see it again. Here we go. Alrighty, there it was. How'd you guys like that jam? How'd you guys like that tune? That tune is what I meant to say. And I know in the video I wasn't sure if they were ceramic pickups or Alnico pickups, and I did confirm that they are ceramic pickups, which I think is the right choice for like a Les Paul style guitar. And they sounded great. No denying it. Sounded great. You know, in fact, Fesley sent me a message and they were like, hey, would you recommend like changing anything on that or any way to improve it? And it was like, that's one of the few times that I'd said, I literally can't think of anything. I think it's good the way it is, you know? And then somebody said something about like on the little bottom horn, whatever, being sharp and not rounded off. And I think that's, you know, they're trying to avoid getting bothered by the big company that likes to send out those cease and desist letters. So I'm just guessing, it's an effort to avoid that. But then you see companies like Firefly, and they have single cut guitars and the bottom little cutaway is rounded off. And they seem to get away with it. So I'm not really sure if that's totally necessary, but anyway. Very great, very nice guitar. Very nice guitar, guys. What else am I going to talk about? I'm going to have another Fesley guitar review coming up later this month. Already in the same month, right? I know, it's like, wow, you just did a Fesley this week and you're going to do another one? Yeah, this one is their brand new Telly style guitar. I actually got it today. It was delivered today, but I haven't even had time to like open the box and look at it. And this one looks super sweet. It's like, they're on Amazon already, by the way. You can look them up if you want to. It's got all kinds of upgraded features like the pickups, the bridge, the tuners, really upgraded like beyond like your standard sort of, you know, $100 something Telly style copy. So it as far as what I can see in the pictures, I still got to take it out of the box, but going by the one that I just did this week and looking at like what they're doing, it's like, wow, these guys are really stepping up. You know, I really believe that they want to make a mark. They want to be like, hey, we really want to, we don't want to just be known as knocking out cheap guitars. It looks like they're really trying to, you know, get good stuff out there. So that's my feeling on what Fesley is doing. And I just got confirmation, guys, that Fesley will be at the NAMM show again. They were at the NAMM show last year. That was their first time. And they're going to be there again this year. So for all of you, any of you guys that happen to be at the NAMM show this year, be sure to check them out. I know I will. Well, T. Jose, you know, it just depends on what kind of model you're looking for. You know, because like the Leo James and the Fesleys, you know, they have different models. And they don't have exactly the same features. And they have different paint schemes, different bridges, different pickup arrangements. So, you know, sometimes people ask me like, well, which one do you like better? Like this brand or this brand? And they're usually like pretty close. Like, well, they're both good, you know, and I think I would choose one just based on, well, what is the model? Which one has the model that's kind of calling out to me more? Like, well, I really want to get this kind of shape or this kind of model, or I don't have one of those, so I want one of those. But I really think you can't go wrong with the Leo James or the Fesley. Good stuff. And Donner, too. And speaking of Donner, guys, I'm going to have another Donner guitar review also coming this month. Crazy, right? Yep. Okay, I think it is time for the classic bald shredder clip of the week. This is a short one, guys. This is a short one. Don't blink or you will miss it. Here we go. That, my friends, that is the intro on my album, Speed of Light. That is the intro on Speed of Light, and then it goes right into the first song, which is Center of the Sun, which I played you guys last week. That's the intro to it. So Speed of Light, the CD on the right there. And guys, that is available. They are still available in my eBay store if anybody is interested. Let's see if I can paste the link. I would be thrilled if somebody would order a set of CDs this week. I had a couple of orders like in the past week, so thank you to the people that ordered last week. And if you didn't get your CDs, they're on the way. Jamie, I just put your package in the mail today, so hopefully you'll get it within the next week or so. And I see some of you guys talking about like, it's really hard to choose your first guitar. And I would agree with that, because if it's your first guitar, that means you haven't been playing guitar, and most likely you know nothing about guitars. So you wouldn't know anything about like different bridges or different like humbucker versus single coil. Do I want 22 frets? Do I want 24 frets? Oh, these guitars are heavier than those, like a Les Paul or something. Bolt-on neck versus set neck, all this kind of stuff, And I remember when I was first starting out, the first guitars that I wanted were the ones that I saw like on MTV, and it was just based on nothing more than, wow, that looks really cool, not knowing anything else, right? So for me in the beginning, it was that the black and white Destroyer that Phil Collen played in those videos from the Pyromania album. Yeah, and again, knew nothing about it as far as, the specs or anything. It was like, well, I like the way it looks, so that's the one I want. And then, little by little, you kind of figure stuff out and learn stuff. So, anyway. And my first guitar, just for those of you that don't know, my very first guitar was a Harmony from the JCPenney catalog that my parents got me for $99 for Christmas when I was like 11 or 12. It was the guitar and the amp, 10-watt amp. It had no distortion in it. It was a clean only. It had one knob for volume and one that said tone. And there was literally no distortion, no reverb, nothing. It was terrible. I'm sure the guitar was terrible too. But I loved it at the time, right? I didn't know anything else. And that got me started. Okay, guys. Let's see here. What else have we got? Oh, we've got a Metal Dude clip. Speaking of Metal Dude here on my shirt. Metal Dude. The classic Metal Dude clip of the week. He still hasn't recorded his Metal Dude moments. He keeps telling me he's going to, but he hasn't. But anyway, here is a Metal Dude clip. This is on the Metal Dude YouTube channel. Some of you might have seen it. I'm guessing probably most of you haven't. Anyway, here we go. Metal Dude.
I've been searching for the ultimate riff, like, pretty much my whole life. And, like, I've looked everywhere for it.
He's kinda crazy, a little bit rude. He likes to rock. He's Metal Dude.
Seriously? I checked my bedroom. I looked in the basement. I looked in my mom's boyfriend's van. I found a lot of weird stuff in there, but the ultimate riff was not one of them. I even looked for it at Taco Bell. So I've decided it's time for me to go on a quest around the world until I find the ultimate riff. I'll see you when I get back, dudes. Oh, okay. Whew. Dudes, I'm tired. That was a long trip. So, good news and bad news. Good news is, I saw a lot of really cool stuff. Bad news is like, I didn't really find the ultimate riff. I think it's gonna like, have to come from within. So like, the journey continues, dudes. Alright, later, dudes.
Okie dokie, man. That metal dude. What a character. I don't know how he gets to all the places that he's going to. You know, he seems to have quite an adventurous life. Way more adventurous than me. If I'm honest, you know, a little bit jealous. Don't tell him I said that. Definitely don't tell him I said that. Anyway, yeah, I think he still hasn't found the ultimate riff, and that's probably going to be a lifelong journey. But hey, good for him, right? Good for him. Let me see if there's anything else I had. Nope. And there was another super chat in there. I just wanted to say thank you again to New Mexico Saint, Dr. Pepper for Metal Dude. I'll let him know. I'll make sure he gets that $1.99. He could probably get a couple of Dr. Peppers at 7-Eleven. It's one of his favorite places. Okay, guys, let's do a little Q&A. Questions. I'm now going to take some questions. I will pay close attention to the chat. Anything burning on your mind? Shane, morning from Hiroshima in Japan. Very cool. Shane, I don't know if you know this, but I lived in Japan for about 2 years in the heart of Tokyo from around like 2002 to 2004. What an adventure that was. What are you doing in Hiroshima? Like, are you living there? Are you working there? Just on vacation? I'm actually very curious. I love Japan, by the way. Questions, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Anything that you might want to know? New Mexico Saint, do I prefer a maple fretboard? I usually do. But it depends on the color of the guitar. Like on this one, when I was deciding to make this one, I knew it had to have a rosewood fretboard just based on the color scheme. But like the orange one there, that had to have a maple fretboard. So I think I would say I prefer a maple fretboard. Fesley or Donner, Bluesy and Toothy, they're both good. It just depends on what model you want. I think you can't go wrong with either one. Yes, definitely felt drawn to pointy guitars, for sure, especially in the 80s. Definitely. Oh, you lived in Japan since 1995. Wow, crazy. But very cool. Very cool. Take over the body of a guitarist anywhere, anytime. Take over the body? I don't know. Maybe Steve Vai? Because he's just so, like, crazy good. Ron, I'm usually playing in my computer, and I'm using Line 6 Pod Farm in my computer with my studio monitors right here. And that's usually what I'm playing through pretty much all the time. Mitch, I don't know how many subs that I've gotten in the last year. It might be around 8 to 10,000, perhaps. I don't remember what I was at last December. Maybe 20 something, 23 maybe, I can't remember. I cannot remember. Bluesy and Toothy, if you want to know if I have a diamond guitar review coming up, you better hit that super chat. And then I'll tell you. How did I come up with the schemes? What schemes? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do I repair guitars? Only my own, and I'm really not that good at it, but I do the best I can. rather than taking them to a guy to work on them and spending, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars over the years. Save a lot of money like doing your own setups and like trying to fix stuff yourself. Yes, New Mexico Saint. Yes, I do all the soldering myself. I kind of hate doing it because I feel like I'm not very good at it. And I think I need like 4 or 5 hands to hold the wires in place and hold the solder and the wire. And it just, yeah. But I do it. I do it. Hey, John, I'm doing great tonight. How are you? Oh, Mitch, 22,000. Okay, Mitch, so that means that I've gone up about 8,000 in the past year, which is very cool. Thank you, everybody that is subscribed in the past year or anytime. Greatly appreciated. Buddy is, I don't know, he's somewhere else. He's downstairs or he's on the other side of the door. Buddy's still got the cone on right now because that little stinker will not stop trying to lick the, you know, where they did the surgery to neuter him. And he keeps trying to lick it and won't let that spot heal, that little stinker. So yeah, he's got the cone on. Helping hands for soldering. I'll have to look that up because every time I'm soldering, I feel like I need an extra set of hands, and it can be really annoying sometimes. A lot of times I'll put the wire like over to where it's like it's touching right where it needs to go, and then I'll tape it so it doesn't move. So it's right where it needs to be, and then I can hold the solder and the soldering iron, and then, yeah. Or if there's a person nearby, I'll have somebody like, hey, hold that right there. You know, if I can get a helper, an actual helper. Do I play any other styles of music? Tyler, when I try to play like other styles of music, it doesn't turn out very good. I think I'm really good at playing like the 80s hard rock and metal and the shredding stuff. And I can play melodic solos too. But like I couldn't play a country guitar solo probably to save my life or a really good blues one. I can kind of fake my way through like blues rock or bluesy shred a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really good at playing other styles. Mitch, your soldering used to turn off your TV? What were you soldering in your guitar, Mitch? The remote to your TV? Oh, the color and patterns on my builds. Well, you know, this one's based on the rising sun, the Japanese flag, the rising sun. That orange one was based on the George Lynch guitar that he played in the Just Got Lucky video. It's referred to as the sub camo, the Charvel sub camo. So just, you know, I get ideas from different places. Okay, guys, yeah, thanks for the advice about the helping hands and the little alligator clips. Yeah, that would work too, right? Yeah. Jose says, my style would be great for movie scores. You know, I'm waiting for Steven Spielberg to call me and be like, hello, this is Steven Spielberg. We'd like to license your album, Tiger vs. Dragon, for our next movie, Jurassic Park 20. Are you up for that? And I'll be like, yeah, definitely. Well, as long as the money's right. He's like, well, money's no object. Okay, cool, Steven. Yeah, let's make it happen. Bluegrass. I wouldn't have the first idea how to play bluegrass. Congratulations, Joe. We all started, you know, everybody starts, when you have a YouTube channel, you start from the bottom and you build slow and you just work your way up from there. And that's, you know, I was in the same spot at one point. And you just keep hammering away at it. And be consistent. And Eddie says to get a fly fishing helping hands. Okay. Magnifying glass. I need that because I need reading glasses like to see anything close up. So when I'm doing the soldering and stuff, yeah, I got to have my reading glasses on. So the magnifying glass, that would be good too. Mitch, what did you say that was stupid? I missed it. About the TV. Oh, okay. You were kidding. Oh, okay. All right, Mitch. You got me on that one. Ha ha. And Dave, 6-string Stanger. He agrees with me. You got to be consistent, right? And Dave's channel has been doing great. And he's getting, his subs are going up. He's trying to make it to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. So he's got, today's the 4th. What's 31 minus 4, guys? 27 days? 27 days to make it. He might. But speaking of consistent, he is super consistent, right? Just the videos. You got to keep doing the videos. Keep doing them and keep doing them and keep doing them. And just don't get discouraged and don't stop. And that's the key. New Mexico saying, I don't have any new plans at the moment to collab with Lester or Max, but I have with both of them many times in the past. I'm sure it will come up again, but no plan right at the moment. Guys, how many more super chats do I need? Like 5? I think I only made it like halfway. And there's about less than 4 minutes left. It doesn't show me how many I need, but I'm going to guess it's about 5. Mitch gets donations to take his channel down. Who are those donations from your wife, Mitch? Is she donating for you to take down your channel? Well, there's another one. What do we need, like 5 more? It says 4 out of 10. Okay, so that's 5 out of 10. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, by the way, I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Bluesy has over 5,200 videos. 5,200? 5,200? That's insane. Eddie Fisher. Man. Boom. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Ron, I don't think I've ever played through a Black Star amp, but everything I've seen about them, and I have friends that have Black Star amps, on YouTube, and they play them, and I get the feeling that if I did play a Black Star amp and through it, that I'd probably really like it, because the sounds that I hear from other people like playing the Black Star stuff and the stuff I've read and the thing that they say about them, I'm guessing they'd probably be right up my alley. But anyway, hey man, you guys are jamming on it. Eddie Fisher, man, and Craig, awesome Craig, and New Mexico Saint, man, he is just like bam, 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 super chat. Woohoo! Doug. There we go, guys. We got it. Thank you, John. Thank you. 10 out of 10. So I guess I have to show you guys that guitar. You guys want to see it? And you want to know who sent it to me? He's in there right now. He's been super chatting. Yep, he has. Take a guess. He really wants me to show you this guitar, I can tell. And for good reason. Okay, here we go, guys. Coming in from the side of the screen. Dun 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 dun. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's an S guitar from Solar. An S guitar from Solar. And guess who sent it to me? Captain of the Super Chat, New Mexico Saint. So everybody say thank you to New Mexico Saint, because we're all gonna get to see the review on this guitar on Monday, thanks to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be holding this guitar right now, and there wouldn't be a video coming up on it. It would be a different video coming Monday, whatever it would be. But yeah, check it out. Bolt-on neck. Look at that, guys. 5 bolts. I think this is the only guitar that I've ever had that has had 5 bolts instead of the usual 4. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, very generous of Mr. New Mexico Saint. Very generous to buy this and then send it to me. And we kind of have like a special plan about what we're going to do with this. I think I'm going to talk about it. I already recorded the video. I'm trying to remember what I said in the video. Well, you guys have to watch the video on Monday to find out, like, what's the plan with this guitar? I'm not sending it back to him. That's all I'm going to tell you. So yeah, Joe's asking, are you giving it back? No, I'm not, because he said he didn't want it back. He wanted me to do something cool with it. He wanted me to do something cool with it. So we've got a plan. Watch the video on Monday. I'll give you a little clue on it. And then we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with it. Now, this is the S, right? It's not the Solar, it's the S. And I'm sure some of you are familiar with, like, well, what is that? What's an S? S is like their budget version. You know, they have the regular Solar guitars, which I believe are made in Indonesia. I've never played one of those. I've never played a Solar guitar, and this is the first time I played an S guitar. But they came out with this line, gosh, a year ago, a couple of years ago. I can't remember exactly when. And this is like their cheaper line. And these are made in China. And I think this one, like this shape, I think these sell for $299 on the Solar website. And then they also have like kind of like a Dinky shaped one. And they have them in black. And this one also comes in black. And then the Dinky one is in black. I don't know if you can get the Dinky one in white, or maybe just this one. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like I think this is like just about the cheapest Solar guitar, even though it's an S. It's an S by Solar. So, being that it's their cheapest line and it's their budget line, yeah, would you think, like, yeah, it's pretty decent. Well, it's pretty good, or it's okay. Or is it going to be the case again where it's like, oh man, the neck's too chunky, the frets are too small, the action is a mile off the fretboard, the pickups are weak. Could it be that case? Or could it be, this thing's totally awesome and it shreds? Or somewhere in the middle of that? Well, you'll have to wait until Monday to find out. And you're going to want to find out. I can guarantee you that. So once again, thank you to Mr. New Mexico Saint for sending this. Totally just blown away by him doing that. And again, just very generous. And thank you very much. All right, I'm going to put it back on the stand over here. You've seen enough of that one. Can I just look at it? Can you point? No, don't point. Don't point. Don't look. What's the Spinal Tap reference? Alrighty. What else? What else? Okay, so now that I did that and I was blabbering on for several minutes, any questions now? Did that bring up any questions? Did people ask questions and I didn't have a chance to answer? Don't ask me if the guitar is any good or not. You will find out in the video on Monday. Oh, New York Chokehold says they do have the white Dinky shape. Okay, cool. And I think, guys, when I looked at the website a couple of days ago, that one, the one that I have, the white one, this sort of that Explorer shape, it's sold out in the white color. I think they have the black one, but the white one is sold out. Yeah. So New Mexico Saint, I think you were lucky to get that. Questions, comments. When is the Metal Dude's signature guitar coming? I don't know. Probably as soon as he can find a company to start making it. And I'm guessing that's going to take a while. You know, he does have his Metal Dude signature. He took that glary and took the white pick guard off. You guys saw that video, right? The glary with the skulls and it's kind of a blue color, and he turned it into a hardtail, and he put Metal Dude on the headstock. So yeah, that's his signature guitar as far as he's concerned. I probably shouldn't say anything, but you know, he's not here, so he's not going to know I said this. He's talking about maybe doing a special Metal Dude live stream on New Year's Eve. Maybe. And if he does, well, he's going to be playing that Metal Dude signature guitar. That's for sure. But I don't know. You know, he's very wishy-washy. You know, you never know. He like says he's going to do something, and then he doesn't. And it's like, whatever. So who knows? I'll try and talk him into it. New Year's Eve. So over the next couple of weeks, guys, I have literally 4 guitar reviews coming out over the next 2 weeks before Christmas week. I'm not going to be uploading any videos on Christmas week. Obviously holidays, you know, all that stuff. But like next week, I'll have 2 guitar reviews out. And then the week after that, another 2. I already mentioned 3 of them. Well, next Monday, you know, now it's going to be the white S guitar sent to me by New Mexico Saint. And I said I just got that new Fesley, so that's another one. That's the second one. And I have another new Donner guitar on the way. So that's 3. That leaves 1 more. And I'm not going to tell you guys what that is because I need to leave some mystery here, right? So yeah, 1 mystery guitar review among the 4 over the next 2 weeks before Christmas. Alrighty. Yeah. Metal Dude definitely needs the Taco Bell sponsorship. Maybe he could get a guitar built out of a taco shell. That would be pretty cool. And Mitch is recommending Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. Unfortunately, I don't have Paramount Plus, Mitch, so I can't watch it. But I'll take your word for it that it's good. Right now, the only streaming service that I have is Netflix. I had Disney Plus, but it was getting ready to renew, like in the middle of November, and they were going to raise the price, and that was like $20, an additional $20 a year because I was paying like the yearly plan. And like, man, they're not putting enough new content up. You know, I wasn't watching Disney Plus hardly at all. When they'd put up a new Star Wars show, which is not that often, I know they just came out with one. But anyway, I canceled that. I will subscribe to Disney Plus 1 month out of the year, and I'll watch all the stuff that they put up, you know, from the last like 11 months, because it's not that much stuff. And I could watch it all in 1 month. Anyway, why am I talking about that? I don't know. Do I have a timeline on another album? Dude, I'm still pushing my last 2 albums. Dawn of the Shredder. No, I don't have a timeline. Maybe next year? Maybe the year after next year? I don't know. Do I have a day job? Of course I do. YouTube doesn't even pay close enough for me to like pay all my bills. Not even. I'd be living in my car if I was just living off my YouTube money. Yeah, I cannot afford to like quit my job, and I'm pretty sure that's never going to happen. Yes. Oh yeah, Craig, Bad Santa. Man, that's a classic. I love that movie. Hilarious. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton was great in that. Yes, Clutch. If you guys aren't familiar with Glenn Fricker, he's another YouTuber, and look him up. He's got a lot of pretty cool videos, and his wife just recently had a stroke. So if you can, I don't know, anything you can do to kind of support them, that would be cool. Bonnie, I like Donner a lot. I've done several Donner videos recently, and I'm going to have another brand new Donner, like a brand new guitar, a new model that they came out with. I will have that video up sometime in the next couple of weeks. No ridiculous offer of the week, Marlon. Can you believe it? Yeah, I didn't get any like crazy emails this week. I did not. You're at... oh, okay. Metal Dude is over at Steve's. He's typing on Steve's account. Does Steve know you're doing that, Metal Dude? Bonnie, my favorite band is Def Leppard. Pyromania, right there. I love me some Def Leppard. Def Leppard and Dokken. They're basically tied as my two favorite bands. Yeah. Yes, Craig, you can get a Slurpee. Just head to your nearest 7-Eleven. Tell them Metal Dude sent you. That's right, Bluesy and Toothy. I'm never going to tell you what my actual job is. Yeah. Put $50 in the super chat and I'll tell you, Bluesy and Toothy. Maybe. Okay, hey. Favorite movie? I love the Star Wars trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy. You know, the first one, which when it came out, they just called it Star Wars, but then later they called it A New Hope because everything was Star Wars, A New Hope, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. Other favorites include This is Spinal Tap, Back to the Future, Stand By Me. Those are the ones that just kind of jump out. And no coincidence, those are like all movies from the 80s, except for the original Star Wars movie, which was 1977. Yeah, those are some of my favorites. What about Dio? What about Dio? I saw Dio on concert in the 80s, and Megadeth was opening up. I think Craig Goldie was the guitar player at the time. Vivian Campbell had already left. That was a loud show. Megadeth was crazy loud. Dances with Wolves, yep, another great movie. Gosh, there's so many good movies. Braveheart, Mel Gibson, Forrest Gump, just Dumb and Dumber. That's one of my favorite stupid comedies. Tommy Boy, Chris Farley. Yeah. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, Christina Tibbetts, that's my sister. My sister's in the chat. And she's saying I should show you guys pictures of me when I was 10 years old playing guitar with long hair. Maybe next time. I have played with a slide before, but I could maybe on acoustic. I didn't shred with it, that's for sure. Mitch, that's blasphemy. You like Star Trek better. Well, Mitch, all I can say is live long and prosper. I like Star Trek too. Yeah. I like Star Trek too, definitely. Anything by Mel Brooks? Yep. You got, I mean, everything, all the stuff that you guys are listing, Lethal Weapon, Strange Brew, Up in Smoke, the Mel Brooks movies, like Blazing Saddles. Come on. All good stuff. Clutch saw Star Wars 18 times. 18 times! Dude, did you pay 18 times, or did you were you sneaking in, or did you sit there and like watch it repeatedly on, you bought one ticket and watched it 3 times in a row. My microphone is blinking. I have a feeling my microphone's gonna die, guys, the battery. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 8 o'clock. If my sound suddenly cuts out, well, if that happens, I'll see if I can switch to the, anyway. If it cuts out, I'll just be waving at you guys like, all right, that's it. See you next time. It's flashing. I feel like I'm Ultraman. Remember Ultraman when he was flashing? He needed to turn back into a human? Yeah, I'm Ultraman right now. That's how old I am. I used to watch Ultraman on TV. Dubbed into English when I was a kid. Crossroads, yes. Another great movie. Oh boy, Big Kahuna. I have no idea. I'm having a trouble like picturing exactly what you're asking. Route and direct mount Jazz Master pickups on a rear routed strap body that's routed for single coils. I have no idea. Andy's guitar. I don't know who that is. Nope. Rod! Are you kidding me, Rod? Never watched a Star Wars movie? You can't be serious. Boogie Nights. That's another great movie. Yep. Step Brothers, Porky's. Yeah, Porky's. Oh, man. I could quote a few Porky's lines, but I try to keep my channel family friendly, so I'm not gonna quote anything from Porky's. Howard the Duck. Ugh. I can't say that I loved that one, but yeah. Star Blazers. I don't remember what Star Blazers was. What was Star Blazers? Was that a movie or a TV show? I'm thinking it was a TV show. Can't remember. Lassie for the win. Lassie the movie, or wasn't there a Lassie TV show? I mean, if we're going to talk about Lassie, we should might as well just go for, what was the show? The Waltons, John Boy, all those kind of shows. Bonanza, The Big Valley, Flip